Okay, so as it turns out, I had expanded and cleaned up the wrong piece of window chrome. I had accidentally done the extra piece I had for another passenger door. So stick it on, get that rubber in the groove. This takes a fair amount of time to do. Then you try to push the rubber as deep into the chrome as you can. Make sure you look good here. Make sure you have enough room for a rivet or a screw to hold it up there. And things look pretty good. I've got my vice grips set with a gap when they're fully closed. You're not actually looking to lock them on, you're just trying to use these as a pair of pliers. So I will put one part in the window groove and loosen it up some. Too loose. Okay. We check the rubber at each movement of the clamp. Make sure that it's staying inside the chrome. Okay. Now I'm going to tighten this up a little bit more. And so I'm basically squeezing it closed in stages. I'm going to go by one more time with it a little tighter. You don't want this chrome strip to come off. Now there's an area up at the top, here at the bottom, that the vice grips grab very well. So I have what's called duckbill needle nose pliers. I'm going to try to do a little crimp there at the top, and a better job. Some of my rubber came out a little bit here at the bottom. I'm going to shove it in with a screwdriver. And I'm going to give a little crimp down there, making sure to try not to dent the chrome. Okay, so that is now on there. The slot is where the hole is, and other than previous defects to the 50-year-old chrome, that came out pretty good. So now I'm going to do the long piece that goes across the top and the front. Scraping the red paint that was on this piece. Comes off actually pretty easy. The strip is aluminum after all, and I think Opel does a thing where they plate their aluminum with silver. So this may actually have a silver plating on the aluminum, because it certainly doesn't corrode and turn to crap. So a regular aluminum exposed to the elements wouldn't last very long. But now I had taken this and fitted it back and forth because it had a bunch of warps and bends to it. So I did the best I could to straighten this out. And it's following the lines pretty good on the door. This is a Scotch-Brite pad, and I'm getting the last little remnants of glue, of red paint rather, off of the thing. Now I have to do my thing with my little wedge to spread the aluminum. Okie dokie, I have repositioned my door straps here so I can do this demonstration for you, and had to raise my camera up to about an inch below the ceiling to get this on. Here's my prepared chrome, and most important thing is to make sure that that hole lines up with that one. If you screw up that alignment, well, you're screwed, and you're going to have to take it off. So it will take quite a while to get at least the top section of rubber fastened in, slipped into the groove of the chrome. So bear with me. We'll probably fast forward through this part. Okay, I have gotten the rubber clipped in to the chrome pretty good along the top here. I'm not going to try to get this side in. I do have some warps. My chrome's not perfect. I've got it sort of tied here at the end so it doesn't flip and flop around. So I'm going to squeeze and get this part all locked in. I'm just doing a little bit of crimping at each stage, and then I progressively tighten the vice grips to a smaller and smaller gap until I'm satisfied that that chrome is not going to come off the rubber. And I just put a nice scratch in my chrome when it slipped off right there. Well, could have done that nicer. I could have also put some painter's tape or something on the blades of this, on the jaws, to prevent scratching. Alright, now I'm ready to get the rubber clipped in at this section. I'm probably going to give this bend section a crimp to hold the rubber in. Make sure it looks good before you proceed. Okay, it's holding on my turn. Now I should be able to get most, if not all, of the front here. Get in. Like I said, this is used chrome and it's a little warped and imperfect. Okay. You may have to hold the chrome and rubber in place while you do your crimping, because the rubber may want to pull out of the chrome, and you don't want to do a crimp and then discover that the rubber is outside of the chrome. I'm going to take this strap off here, and I think I can do the rest of this without trouble. sure you can see me. Part here could use a little bend inwards. I'm going to give the bottom here a little crimp because not wanting to stay in place. And go along, make sure that you are as perfect and even with how much of the window channel rubber has slipped in there. It looks pretty good. So I think I'm ready to do my final crimping. Getting down here, I'm going to have to flip these the other way. And the last little bit right here. It's probably good enough. Okay, so it came out pretty good. My holes at the corner line up. I just have to put a little sheet metal screw in there to unify these two pieces, put my little corner clip on, and I'm all done. Last thing to do on a door is to put the wiper strip on here. I have several to choose from. I am not going to replace the rubber. All of them are in pretty decent shape, and my previous experience crimping and putting the rubber in didn't go well. I just don't feel it's necessary at this time, especially since I'm using used chrome. You're going to have to stick the front in first. and you may feel the need to trim off some of the metal. My side view mirrors are so close right here that nobody can see a little defect up front here. So I'm going to chop some of the original rubber off of here. See if I can get this to go in. Now I haven't cleaned this piece, so I'm not going yet. So I'm going to clean that right now. All right, I have found an appropriately tiny stainless steel button head sheet metal screw. We'll see if we can get this in here without dropping it, which I wasn't able to do. Now I have to search for it. Alrighty, after a couple of times dropping the screw, I decided to get it started and then show you me tightening the screw in place. Okay. That screw turned out to be a fraction too large. Luckily, I have lots of screws. All right, let's try another screw. And that one is too loose. So we're going to go back to the other screw. All right, I'm gonna try with that original screw one more time.